A very good afternoon. You're watching India Today with me, Nabila Jamal. It's day one of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's landmark visit to United States. Prime Minister's Air India One aircraft touchdown at St. Andrews Base in Maryland early this morning. He was welcomed by senior officials of the Biden administration and India's envoy to the US, Taranjeet Singh Sandhu. In today's itinerary, Prime Minister will be holding all crucial bilateral talks with United States Vice President Kamala Harris at 12:45 a.m. Indian Standard Time. But before that, Prime Minister Modi will be meeting with top 5 CEOs in Washington, including Qualcomm CEO Cristiano Amon, Adobe Chairman Shantanu Narayan, and of course, Prime Minister's one-on-one meeting with the CEOs is expected to begin at 7:30 p.m. this evening and is likely to last for about an hour. After that, Prime Minister will be holding bilateral talks with Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison at 11 p.m. tonight.
That's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who's just arrived here at Hotel Willard. This is where he's staying. Important engagements for Prime Minister Narendra Modi lined up, whether it's the bilaterals or, for that matter, engagement with the business community and the big Quad meeting. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has arrived here at his hotel here, Hotel Willard. That's where he's entering the hotel. That's the tenement that has been built for him for security reasons. The entire area over here has been cordoned off. Nobody being allowed to enter this entire area. If you can see, there are security personnel who've been deployed, police vehicles that have been parked to ensure no movement of vehicles. There's also personnel and people. The entire area was cordoned off till the time Prime Minister Narendra Modi entered this road, this stretch of road, and entered his hotel. So an important visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to the United States of America. Lots of engagements, lots of contacts in terms of how he engages the world with regards to important issues, be it counter-terrorism, Pakistan, situation in Afghanistan, regional security, economic cooperation, or for that matter, military alliances with the Quad grouping and the Quad countries. In Washington, D.C., Geeta Mohan for India Today.
Prime Minister's visit to United States has 6 elements, 6 broad elements. So first is, of course, the bilateral meeting with President Biden. Second is the meeting with the Vice President Kamala Harris. Third is the Quad Summit. Fourth is the interactions with Prime Ministers of Australia and Prime Minister of Japan separately. Then there is an interaction with select industry leaders. And finally, there is the UN section.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in the United States of America after 6 months of hiatus. A massive security presence outside his hotel. That's Hotel Willard, which is where he stays normally. This time around also, he's staying at this historic hotel, and there is absolute security presence and barricading of the hotel. If you see on the right and the left-hand side, there are these cement huge block barricades to ensure that no cars really pass through this entire lane, this entire road outside of Hotel Willard. There are trucks that are parked right through and through the lane that touches the hotel to ensure that no cars are parked and to ensure that security is absolutely 100% foolproof. On the other side as well, you can see security presence, vehicles and barricading. So no entry into or outside of Hotel Willard unless and until they're checked by security personnel. He's not the only high delegation level official or a leader who's arrived at the in the United States of America. We have the Prime Minister of Australia and the Prime Minister of Japan both here in the US, and there are going to be bilateral meetings that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will hold with all his counterparts, including a bilateral meeting with President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. There's also an important engagement when it comes to the business community. He's going to meet top business honchos of the country to speak of post-COVID recovery, economic recovery when it comes to India and the United States of America, and how can the two countries move forward. Quad in-person meeting is a very important aspect of his visit, not just to see how to counter China and China's aggressive posturing in the Indo-Pacific, but also also to ensure that there's resilient supply chains, and India is key to that entire global supply chain. After which he is going to address the United Nations General Assembly in New York. Video journalist Yogendra Singh in Washington DC, Geeta Mohan for India Today.
Now, Modi's Diaspora Connect in the United States. The Prime Minister received a warm welcome by a group of Indian Americans at the Joint Base Andrews Airport soon after his arrival in Washington, D.C. He stepped out of his motorcade to interact with Indians waiting at the airport despite rains. He's also interacted with members of the Indian community who had gathered outside the Willard International Community, where Prime Minister Modi is currently staying. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also took to Twitter to commend the Indian diaspora for distinguishing itself across the world, saying that they were the nation's strength. One of the signature events of Prime Minister's overseas visit has been his meetings with the diaspora community in large gatherings. Now, however, due to current COVID-19 situation, Prime Minister is unlikely to have a large gathering or possibly meeting with the Indian diaspora this time. Now, India Today's Geeta Mohan spoke to members of the Indian diaspora who had gathered to catch a glimpse of Prime Minister Modi right outside the Willard Hotel where he's staying currently. Let's take a listen.
Did you come here knowing that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is arriving and just to get a glimpse of the man?
Yes, kind of, yes. I'm also working with them here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are you excited about the fact that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in the US?
Yes, I hope he will do something better for our country, so that's why he came here.
He's come here. A lot of people hope he should be doing better for the country. But there are many issues, global issues, that concern India and the world. What is your take on Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit, and how should he engage the world?
Well, as a student, I recognize that it's a monumental time with the issues that's going around the world, especially with Afghanistan and the tremors in the Indo-Pacific. So it's a monumental time, and it's great to be here while the Prime Minister is here.
Also, the concerns that students have with regards to being able to travel to the United States of America. US is opening up a little. Is that a concern that your friends have faced in the past?
Well, it used to be a concern, but especially now after this government has come in, things have become a lot more easier. So yeah, that's something to look forward to, certainly.
You're here. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has arrived. How excited are you? What do you think India's position when it comes to the globe as a global power really is? And how do you see Prime Minister Narendra Modi engage the world leaders, including Quad meeting?
I'm very happy and excited that Narendra Modi ji is in our Washington DC here, and he is such a big leader. Everybody knows around the world, and he's bringing good things for India.
How is it working for the Indian contingent and for Prime Minister Narendra Modi's, official cavalcade?
Yeah, so like I said before, this is my third time, and every time it's an honor, and I look forward to this.
Now, the first ever in-person Quad Summit is all set to take place in the White House on Friday. Ahead of the crucial Quad Summit, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be holding standalone bilateral meetings with Japanese Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga, Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison and US President Joe Biden. In fact, the agenda of this meeting here will be to counter China's growing influence in the Indo-Pacific region. Beijing's military presence and political influence in the Indo-Pacific region pose quite a major threat to India, Japan, Australia, as well as the United States. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's meeting with Quad leaders is being seen as a move towards tackling China's aggressiveness and a commitment to a free and a prosperous Indo-Pacific region. The Quad group is an informal strategic dialogue with 4 members, India, Japan, Australia and the United States being part of it. Meanwhile, US rules out adding India or Japan to security alliance with Australia and the United Kingdom.
This is where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will hold bilateral meeting with President Biden, followed by the big Quad meeting, the first in-person meeting of Quad leadership that will take place at the White House. Primarily, the focus is going to be how to ensure that China and Chinese aggression is contained in the entire Indo-Pacific region. There are many areas that will be covered when it comes to alliances, but also the focus will remain counter-terrorism, post-COVID recovery is also supply chain resilience. These are very important aspects, but terrorism and the situation in Afghanistan certainly are going to be key. President Biden has been criticized for having withdrawn troops very hastily from Afghanistan, and the focus now shifting to another theater, that's the Indo-Pacific. But the fact of the matter is that for India, for Australia, for Japan, for many other countries, security situation in Afghanistan is a huge concern. There is the white flag that flutters in every building, atop every building in Afghanistan, but there are certain people over here who still are keeping the tricolor of Afghanistan flying high. That's the Afghan flag. This is a tenement that was that first started as a protest site to protest nuclear war or nuclear arms race. That was in 1978, and it became a permanent structure in 1981. Is that a message that you still want, and people over here still want, an inclusive Afghanistan?
I don't want that with you being next door to Pakistan and Afghanistan only being one more nation away. I don't want that to influence a nation of 1.4 billion people on this planet.
Well, that's a citizen of America, a concerned citizen, saying that India, being next door neighbor, should not be influenced by what Pakistan is doing. Speaking of Pakistan, will certainly come up when Prime Minister Narendra Modi meets the leaders of Quad, as also President Biden. Video journalist Yogendra Singh in Washington, D.C., right outside White House. Geeta Mohan for India Today.
Now, India Today also tried speaking to National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, who is currently accompanying Prime Minister Modi on his US visit. However, he did not want to make any comments. Let's take a look.
Please, sir, 2 lines आप बोलेंगे बहुत important. You can give it.
सर सर यहाँ हम लोग सर इस बार आपके इंटरव्यू की उम्मीद में आए हुए हैं। इस बार हम लोग सिर्फ आपके इंटरव्यू की उम्मीद में आए हुए
Sir, good evening.
All right, Prime Minister Modi's jam-packed tour to the United States comes in the shadow of the rise of Taliban. The Afghanistan crisis is likely to dominate Modi's discussions in the United States. Prime Minister Modi was the only leader to call out the Taliban government and warn the world of its threat. Incidentally, Pakistan wanted Taliban to be included in the SAARC foreign ministers meet in New York, but the proposal was not only struck down, but also the meeting was eventually called off. The unforgettable American pullout, the blood-drenched aftermath, and the rise of Afghanistan's godfathers of terror. And while the rest of the world tiptoed around the new rulers of a collapsed country, only one leader found it fit to point out a finger directly at the Taliban.
अफगानिस्तान में सत्ता परिवर्तन इंक्लूसिव नहीं है और बिना नेगोशिएशंस के हुआ है। इससे नई व्यवस्था की स्वीकार्यता पर सवाल उठते हैं।
It is in the echo of those words that the Indian Prime Minister begins his crucial United States visit that kicks off with the first in-person Quad summit. It is in the shadow of the Taliban's rise and its overwhelming implications for regional security that Modi now confabulates with the superpower that dropped Afghanistan like a hot potato and breaks bread with President Joe Biden for the first time. Modi and Biden have met virtually on at least on 3 occasions: the Quad Virtual Summit in March, the Climate Change Summit in April, and the G7 Summit in June this year. But the Taliban's lightning power grab in Afghanistan has set the overwhelming tone for Modi's visit. The US pullout, a move that has jeopardized India's strategic interests in Afghanistan, will get top billing in discussions. Though the Indian security establishment is clear that America has tried to wash its hands, China's shadow in Afghanistan ensures the United States cannot ever walk away completely. As the United States itself now breaks bread with the very Taliban it once hunted, navigating the dynamics of regional security will be Modi's biggest challenge. From Washington, Modi will travel to New York to address the general debate of the 76th session of the United Nations General Assembly on September 25th in New York. Here too, India's focus will remain the situation in Afghanistan and terrorism emanating from Pakistan. Multiple intelligence alerts have told India that the Al-Qaeda, ISIS Khorasan and other groups could be diverted to escalate violence in Kashmir. On this issue too, the Prime Minister has cleared decks on India's stand at the SCO summit.
अफगानिस्तान में हाल के घटनाक्रम का सबसे अधिक प्रभाव हम जैसे पड़ोसी देशों पर होगा। हमें मिलकर सुनिश्चित करना चाहिए कि अफगानिस्तान की धरती का उपयोग किसी भी देश में आतंकवाद फैलाने के लिए न हो।
While Pakistan, the emboldened new stakeholder in Afghanistan, is likely to attempt to derail all conversations at the UN again by raising Kashmir at the UN, India will remain focused on the issue of terrorism, regional security and Afghanistan. While the Quad nations will also center around the Afghanistan issue and the Chinese threat, all eyes will be on how Modi and Biden decide to work together as allies in a world that just became much more dangerous. With Geeta Mohan in Washington, D.C., Bureau Report, India Today. Well, now Prime Minister Narendra Modi is currently in the United States to engage directly with President Joe Biden. Given the trajectory of India-US ties in recent decades, all bilateral engagements between the two nations now come with a sense of anticipation. Here's our report on India's relationship with the United States under Prime Minister Modi's leadership. Let's take a listen.
It was 2014, and fresh from a landslide victory in the Lok Sabha elections, Prime Minister Narendra Modi embarked on a historic trip to the US. The world's oldest democracy, which once denied him a visa, was now according a red carpet welcome. The world got a glimpse of Modi euphoria at the Madison Square Garden in New York. Modi, Modi chants reverberated in the jam-packed venue. The diaspora gushed at the politician who was challenging the obsolete West stereotype of India as the land of snake charmers.
मैंने कहा हमारे पूर्वज तो सांप के साथ खेलते थे, लेकिन हम माउस के साथ खेलते हैं।
The PM roaring to unveil a new India vision.
मेरी कोशिश यह है कि विकास एक जन आंदोलन बने। 125 करोड़ देशवासी एक विकास के जन आंदोलन का हिस्सा बने। सारी दुनिया के लोग अमेरिका में आकर के बसे हैं और भारत के लोग सारी दुनिया में जाकर के बसे हैं।
Prime Minister of the Republic of India.
After Madison Square, Prime Minister Modi enthralled surging crowds at the New York Central Park. Standing next to Hollywood star Hugh Jackman at the Global Citizen Festival, Modi quoted this famous line from the Star Wars in a youth outreach.
May the force be with you.
Modi met then US President Barack Obama, setting the foundation of a tie that continued to flourish in the years that followed.
We have so much in common. It is critical for us to continue to deepen and broaden the existing framework of partnership and friendship that already exists.
The very next year, it was Modi playing host to the Obama couple. Sealed with warm hugs upon touchdown in Delhi. The US President was the chief guest in the Republic Day celebrations. President Obama sampled the legendary chaiwala when Modi personally served Bonomi with a piping hot cup of tea. Later in 2015, Prime Minister Modi travelled to the US again for huddle with members of global business powerhouses, with the likes of Mike Bloomberg in attendance. But it was a meeting with Facebook co-founder Mark Zuckerberg where Modi became emotional, talking about his mother, childhood struggle and humble family origins.
मैं बहुत गरीब परिवार से हूँ। आप जानते हैं मैं रेलवे स्टेशन पे चाय बेचता था। हमारे पिताजी तो रहे नहीं हैं। माता जी है, 90 साल से भी ज़्यादा उम्र है, आज भी अपने सारे काम खुद करती हैं।
By this time, Modi's camaraderie with Obama was paying off handsome dividends. During Modi's 2016 US trip, Washington offered a forceful backing for India in the exclusive Nuclear Suppliers Group.
मैं राष्ट्रपति और मेरे परम मित्र ओबामा का बहुत बहुत आभारी हूँ कि फिर एक बार हमें आज मिलने का अवसर मिला है। कई विषयों पर हमने बातचीत की है, लेकिन डिप्लोमेटिक दृष्टि से उसकी जितनी ताकत है उतनी उसकी दोस्ताना स्वरूप में भी ताकत है।
It was 2017 and the Democrats were trumped in presidential polls. But India's ties with the US were only getting stronger. Modi struck a personal rapport with President Trump. The warm embraces kept coming, signaling the start of another enduring friendship and mutual admiration. Trump and the First Family got an invite to visit their new friend in India. Modi focused on terror with the surgical strike on Pakistan terror factories, finding a crucial mention in his diaspora address in Virginia. The year was 2019 and Modi had just led BJP to yet another historic victory in the Lok Sabha elections. Fresh with a resounding mandate, Modi resumed his US outreach. With the iconic Howdy Modi event at Houston's NRG Stadium. An unparalleled bromance with Trump. Touching new heights with the Ab Ki Baar Trump Sarkar moment.
अब की बार ट्रंप सरकार.
And a victory lap with Trump at the last leg of the marquee event, with diaspora cheering on. The bonhomie at Howdy Modi was preceded by the viral fist bump moment at G7 summit in France. Trump marked the last year of his presidency with a memorable trip to India, making it even special by visiting Prime Minister Modi's home state, Gujarat. The Namaste Trump event at Motera Stadium, Ahmedabad, witnessed Modi and Trump carving their dosti in golden letters before a capacity crowd. Trump and his wife Melania even visited Mahatma Gandhi's Sabarmati Ashram, with Modi playing the host. Modi's successive US trips recasting Indo-American ties, turning them from occasional adversaries to natural allies. Bureau Report, India Today.